Atmosphere. Our planet Earth is surrounded by a thick blanket of air held by its gravitational force. We call this its atmosphere. It consists of gases such as nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, argon, and others in varying proportions. Though some other planets also have atmosphere, the Earth's atmosphere is unique as it contains gases with life-sustaining properties. For instance, the oxygen present in the atmosphere is essential for the survival of all living organisms. The Earth's atmosphere is positioned between the Earth and the Sun. It acts as a sort of filter for the rays of the Sun that reach us, thus making life possible on Earth. Composition of air. The atmosphere contains a number of gases comprising nitrogen 78%, oxygen 21%, and certain other gases in smaller proportions such as argon 0.93%, carbon dioxide 0.03%, neon, helium, krypton, xenon, hydrogen, and ozone. A substantial amount of water vapor is also found in the atmosphere through evaporation of water in the oceans, lakes, and rivers. Its quantity varies due to the phenomena of evaporation and condensation. The atmosphere of the Earth also contains particles of dust, dirt, salt, plant pollen, bacteria, and even soot from fires. Up to about 80 km from the Earth's surface, the composition of the atmosphere remains the same, but above this, the levels of oxygen and nitrogen decrease. Above 800 km, the atmosphere mainly comprises light gases like hydrogen and helium. Significance of the atmosphere. The atmosphere plays a crucial role in sustaining different forms of life on Earth. The main advantages of the atmosphere are briefly discussed below. Oxygen is one of the most important components of the atmosphere, which helps to sustain life on Earth as well as aids in combustion of fuel. Nitrogen is crucial and necessary for the growth of plants. It is also used to produce various compounds which are useful to man in a variety of ways. Carbon dioxide is absorbed by plants, which use it to make food through the process of photosynthesis. Moreover, it also controls the Earth's temperature by absorbing the heat radiated from the surface and keeps the Earth warm, which is referred to as the greenhouse effect. Ozone, a gas which is present in a very small proportion in the upper atmosphere, absorbs most of the harmful ultraviolet radiation of the sun, thus protecting and shielding life on Earth. Water vapor helps to keep the Earth warm and also sustains life through the hydrological cycle. The dust particles which are present in the lower atmosphere act as condensation nuclei around which the evaporated moisture in the air condenses, leading to cloud formation. Thus, it plays an important role in causing precipitation. The atmosphere acts as a protective shield, guarding the Earth against falling meteorites that mostly burn out when they enter the atmosphere. Sound waves are able to travel due to the presence of air, hence, we are able to hear each other. Radio waves are reflected back to the atmosphere, which enables satellite communication. Structure of the atmosphere. The atmosphere extends upwards to a height of 1,600 km and gradually thins out into space. As the Earth moves around the Sun, its atmosphere moves along. Since the Earth's gravitational pull is greatest near the surface of the Earth, the atmosphere is densest in the lower layers, and as we go higher, it becomes thinner or rarefied, finally merging with outer space. The atmosphere has 5 layers which separate the Earth from the extreme and inhospitable climate of space. Troposphere, the layer closest to the Earth. The troposphere is a region of rising and falling air extending up to a height of 13 km at the equator and 8 km at the poles. A mixture of various gases in different proportions, the troposphere is the layer of air closest to the ground in which all life forms thrive. All weather and climate changes like fog, rainfall, lightning, cloud formations, snowfall, thunder, storms, etc. also take place in this layer. The troposphere is the densest layer of the atmosphere in which 75% of atmospheric mass is concentrated and the air pressure drops with increasing altitude. The temperature in this layer drops uniformly at the rate of 1 degree Celsius for every 165 meter of altitude, which is known as the normal lapse rate. It absorbs the maximum amount of heat radiated from the surface of the earth and keeps the earth warm at night. The tropopause acts as the boundary separating the troposphere from the stratosphere, wherein the temperature stops decreasing. Greenhouse gases can be emitted through vehicles, the production and consumption of food, fuels, manufactured goods, materials, wood, roads, buildings, etc. It is important that we use our resources in a sensible manner so as to save for the future. Development of alternative sources of energy like solar or wind energy and reforestation are the keys to reduce carbon footprint.